Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Venom, issue number 35, the 200th issue and the final issue, brought to you by RatedComics. And stick around to the end of the video because at the end we're going to announce who the winner is for the Venom Gleason variant. So stick around for that. Let's get to it. In this book we start off with this beautiful monologue with Eddie Brock. Here we start off with Eddie Brock narrating to himself, I've been fighting my entire life. My father, with my wife, with my job, with Spider-Man, and with this darkness that's at the broken glass inside my own mind. He's been died, he's been reborn, I have seen the other side of mercy, and I have known fear like never before. But now with the battlefield clear and the King in Black defeated, we show an aged Eddie Brock. His fight begins again, and it's like, whoa, you're a god now. What kind of fight could you possibly be talking about? He talks about when he defeated Knull, he gained his power, so now he himself has control over the hive. He's able to pilot symbiotes across the galaxy, and as a human, that's got to be overwhelming to try to play God, and you're just a human, you know? And while he's playing God, he talks about he's been kind of, making amends with the damage that Knull has done. So on this planet Follow, he helped the Valverin priest rebuild their ancestral home after Knull's bloody destruction. And then in Asgard, he met with Thor in the Parliament of Gods to thanked them for helping him out with the war of Knull. And here we show Eddie Brock doing this while he's still at home. So he's everywhere, but he's home. And here, he's not a god, and it's just, he's at his apartment that Tony Stark gave to him from helping him save the world, I guess, and he relocated the hive, or the spire, where now him and his son Dylan are living together. Dylan's like, Dad, I gotta get ready for school, and Eddie Brock is like, okay, just give me a second. I'm not as spry as I used to be, son. Yeah, being a god really has gotta take its toll on you, but the power has to be insane, though. And I found this was funny. I mean, he talks about tapping into the hive weighs on me. My body's not used to it. Though I have the entire symbiote species at my fingertip, even though I can see through 1 billion eyes, touch 1 trillion souls, fight infinite wars, there's no force powerful enough in the universe to control a teenager. I'm sure a lot of parents out there can relate to that. So while Dylan goes to school, Eddie Brock has a symbiote here that he can't control, that he identifies with as his other. And it's kind of like, literally speaking, Dylan's guard dog for Dylan when he goes to school. And they have some dialogue here, which I'll skip over because this is a very lengthy book, and I want to leave some meat on the bone with it for you guys to read. And now we get a taste of what Eddie Brock's powers is. So Dylan tells his dad, okay, I'm ready. I might be late because I have science class. And before he can finish the BS lie, the other's like, detention. He has detention. And right away, Eddie knows, you're fighting again, aren't you? So obviously he's going through some teenage deals and his dad, and yeah, I'll leave some stuff on the book. Meanwhile, Eddie Brock takes a meet with Spider-Man, so him and Spider-Man are cool now, So while he's there, Spider-Man's like, wow, I mean, it must be kind of crazy for you to be an omnipotent god, And Eddie Brock's like, no, I'm omnipresent. I mean, omnipotent is knowing everything. I don't know everything. Omnipresent means I exist in all points at the same time. A bit of exaggeration, but it's a more suitable term. So they exchange some banter, and Eddie Brock does this little god thing where his eyes turn white, and he's like, you could tell while he's there physically, he's everywhere else with all the symbiotes doing all the commands. And Spider-Man's like, oh man, you're doing the whole god thing, aren't you? Well, that's rude. And like Spider-Man, typical Spider-Man fashion, let me just get a French fry while you doing the god business, Slap! Get up out of my fry. That's my French fry, dog. So right away, Eddie Brock just knows that, hey, there's going to be a robbery about to happen. All while he's having a meeting with the Avengers. So robbery takes place. Eddie Brock throws his symbiote cane at him, handles the business. And then we get this little cool thing with them where Eddie Brock is further elaborating on his newfound power of just being the new symbiote god, the new King in Black. He can see through the eyes of every symbiote that has ever existed. It's beautiful and it's manly at the same time. All at once, I'm across the galaxy. All the doors open to me. There is no place I cannot go, nowhere I cannot see. My own past is laid out before me. My consciousness leaps between moments, between history, between dimensions. And everywhere, in every dark corner of the galaxy I have set my mind's eye, there is yet only one being that has escaped from me. And that is the Maker. I'm not going to go into the Maker. It has something to do with rogue symbiote that's in the Ultimate Universe. So he's doing all these meetings everywhere. Silver Surfer, Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers, and just everywhere. He's everywhere and he's there. And there's this cool moment where Iron Man was like, okay, I know you're talking about this new invasion happening, but are you falling asleep on me? I mean, come on, what's wrong with you? He's like, sorry, man, I met at dinner with Spider-Man, and he's trying to steal my French fries. Call back! I know you remember that. Don't mess with a god's French fry. So Cap obviously makes an offer to Eddie Brock, like, hey, it's good to see you making a change, and, you know, my offer still stands. I mean, we could always use your help to fight alongside the Avengers. And Eddie Brock's like, look, I'm just a stay-at-home dad these days. How can you? It's like you are, but you're not. It's obnoxiously, it's an oxymoron. That's the word I was looking for. And then Eddie Brock tells him, actually, I have a perfect person in mind that can join your team, or that could be part of the Avengers. I'm going to skip through that part. I'm just going to scroll through here, but I'll give you a hint. It has something to do with the previous issue of Venom number 34. I got to leave some meat on the bone for you guys. We get a little taste of the troubles at school and Eddie Brock and his dad and the symbiotes, how it's affecting his life, and the residual effects of the battle in the King in Black, which is cool. This is a cool part. Later on, Eddie Brock is walking home with his guard dog, if you want to call it, with chains. He comes across and sees this lady getting robbed by Jack-O-Lantern, and Eddie Brock just goes in and becomes the hero. And this dog is like, you can't do nothing. So this dog goes in and protects Dylan away from these bad guys. And when this dog goes out, this symbiotic dog protector, the other, and this guy shoots the symbiote like typical symbiotic fashion. The bullet goes through the symbiote but hits Dylan, and it looks like it's a fatal wound, but the symbiote can only do what he knows how to do to save him. Here we are, the new Venom, or the I don't know if you call it the new Venom, but this, I like the way it looks. So now this new Venom does a number on this guy. We don't see it. Use your imagination for that. And then here we go. We see age Eddie Brock wait for Dylan to come home, and he does come home. And, you know, they have this beautiful conversation of, hey, man, I had to use the symbiote to save me. But Eddie Brock's not bad. And to Dylan's surprise, he's like, what, so you're not Rat? He's like, son, I knew this was going to happen. It doesn't take the God to see this is coming. Listen, I have known him before, and I'm sorry if I wasn't there for you before, how aimless you feel. That, you know, I have all these powers. All I ever wanted for you was to be safe, and to be happy. And this happiness may take some time, and that's okay. But believe me, son, there's no safer place in the galaxy than with that symbiote. So it's kind of cool. Like, you come to terms with the symbiote, you accept it. It's keeping your son safe, but it's also how do you adjust to being everywhere, knowing everything, and being present, but not being present because you're over here. It's got to take a toll on you. And Eddie Brock tells something. He puts it in perspective. You know, when I first wore that symbiote, I had so much hatred in me, so much darkness, but eventually it taught me that I could be a better man, that I could be so much more. And Dylan's like, what is it that I have that you didn't have? He's like, you have me, and together we're stronger. Not to mention, it's kind of cool when you can sneak up on Spider-Man and his spider sense can't detect you. It's kind of a funny callback. So with that being said, the torch has been passed. Together, they are Venom, and they got some work to do. I mean, you kind of figured it was going to happen, but it was just a cool, and I left a lot of meat out in this so you guys could get the juice of it all. It's a very good read, a very great read. As promised, there is a winner of the Gleason variant comic book giveaway of Venom 35, the 200th issue. All the people that subscribed, thank you for participating. We selected at random with this wheel spin. Let's take a look at the wheel spin. Alex Big Blue, my man, congratulations. You are the winner of this Gleason variant giveaway. All you got to do is go on our Instagram, DM us your address where you would like us to send this copy of your issue to. And I thought this book was fantastic, a great conclusion. And with that being said, if you read the comic book, what you think of the comic book, comment below, let us know. If you want to get a copy of your comic, go ahead and get your copy with RatedComics.com, link in description. I mean, Rated Comics, we're not stingy. Every now and then we will do a comic book giveaway of a popular comic. So stick around, we like to give back. help support the channel and help us to make more videos like this. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.